I wanted to work for NASA for as long as I can remember. When I was in second grade, our teacher asked us what we wanted to be when we grew up, and I said I wanted to be a female astronaut, the first female astronaut. And a little boy in the class said, "Girls can't be astronauts," because this is the 80s, before the shuttle program. And the teacher said, "Girls can be whatever they want to be." The professor for my first aerospace engineering class was a test pilot from Edwards Air Force Base. And Dryden came out to interview for co-oping, and he knew that I loved the high-performance airplanes like the F-15, F-18s, and he recommended that I interview with NASA Dryden. And I came out my junior year and started co-oping, and I was just so thrilled that I was going to get the chance to come to California and work for NASA Dryden. And it was just one of the best days of my life. My first project working for NASA was in the structures group, and we were taking data from they had collected on the wing of an F-16, and they had all these little LEDs on the wing. They measured the wing twist of the F-16, and so it was my job to transfer all the data into a format we could use. It was real engineering, and it's not something that you get in school. I love working at NASA. It's never disappointed me. There are hard times, but when you get to have successes like the launch of HyperX and Pad Abort 1, and you get to see those launches and have been a part of that, it's just such a great time, and it is what I expected NASA to be like. It's exciting like that. The morning of the Pad Abort launch, we came out and the winds were just howling, and no one thought we could be able to fly that morning. And we went down to the launch site to get the final preparation completed, and the winds were just not blowing like they were up at the main base area where the visitors were going to be and the control room was. We did the final preparations, pretty much said goodbye to the crew module and told it needed to fly right, and then headed up to the control room area. And I was with the operations team, so I was outside and got to watch it live from outside and could hear the countdown. All of a sudden, it just took off, and it was supposed to. It pulls the astronauts away at approximately 17 times the force of gravity, so it's a really fast ride. You know, within 90 seconds, it was back on the ground. So in that 90 seconds, we were essentially holding our breath to watch it launch, turn the crew module around, detach the rocket that was pulling it, and then the parachutes come out and they stage, and then you slowly land on the ground. But it was, 5 years of work in, just over 90 seconds. And it was just such a quick ride, and it just worked just like the simulations, but it was beautiful. One of the most rewarding aspects of the Pad Abort 1 flight was knowing that we were really contributing to the future of manned spaceflight, that if there had been astronauts on board that day, that they would have been safe. If there had been a problem, that those astronauts would have survived. For most of my college career, and since I've come to NASA, I always felt that it wasn't so much about being a woman as it was what I brought to a team, and that I worked hard and did the best job I could. Loving what you do is the secret to enjoying your work life. If you don't love what you do, it's work. But if you love what you do, it's fun every day. I'm Cathy Bahm, and I work for NASA.